On November 8th, 2022, Iowans will be asked to vote on an amendment to the Iowa Constitution. We are calling it the Reckless Gun Amendment, and we urge you to vote no. We are Iowans for Responsible Gun Laws, coalition of organizations with a single goal, defeating this reckless gun amendment in November. We are asking all Iowans to turn their ballot over and vote no on the amendment when they vote on November 8th, or if they vote early or by absentee ballot prior to Election Day. Here's the proposed amendment. At first glance, it looks a lot like the U.S. Second Amendment. But a closer look at a side-by-side comparison shows a noticeable difference. It's the inclusion of the words "subject to strict scrutiny." The inclusion of this phrase in the proposed amendment dramatically changes its intention and purpose. The important thing for Iowa voters to remember is that the proposed reckless gun amendment is not just a restatement of the federal Second Amendment, but a broad overreach that we think will have disastrous consequences. Amendments like the one proposed for Iowa have been adopted by only 3 other states: Louisiana, Alabama, and Missouri. Not good role models. Among the 50 states, they rank 3rd, 4th, and 5th for gun death rates. We stand with the majority of Iowa gun owners and dealers who are responsible and don't want to prohibit reasonable safety measures like universal background checks, gun safety training, and requiring a license to carry a gun in public, all of which would be at risk if the reckless gun amendment is approved by voters. A majority of Iowans support banning the carrying of a firearm while under the influence of drugs or alcohol. The majority supports prohibiting felons from possessing firearms. The majority supports requiring background checks on all gun purchases, including gun shows and private sales. The majority support requiring gun safety courses before the purchase of a handgun. If approved by voters, this reckless gun amendment would put the right to carry a gun above the right to safety, and it would lead to the invalidation of existing or future reasonable gun safety measures that keep Iowans safe. For all these reasons, we urge you to turn your ballot over to vote no on the reckless gun amendment on November 8th. We view gun violence as a public health issue because we are focused on the numbers of people, young and old, dying and injured by guns. In 2020, guns surpassed vehicles as the #1 cause of death among children and youth. Black Americans continue to be disproportionately impacted by gun violence. Women are another group that's especially vulnerable. Children, Black Iowans, and women's lives would be much safer by common sense gun laws. Bringing these statistics closer to home, guns are involved in the deaths of approximately 302 of your fellow Iowans annually. 78% of those are suicides. What can we expect if the reckless gun amendment is passed by voters in November? Many of the common sense gun laws that we have in Iowa would be at risk, and the possibility of the passage of future legislation would certainly diminish. The amendment would make it easier for those who may be a risk to themselves and others to obtain a gun. It will make the work of law enforcement more dangerous, and it will allow more untrained people to carry guns in public. Make history. You've taken the first step by coming to this presentation or watching it online. Now think about spreading the word with the people you know. Help power our message with a contribution, and stay in touch so we can give you up-to-date information. IowansForResponsibleGunLaws.com. Iowans for Responsible Gun Laws is a growing coalition of individuals and organizations who are committed to defeating the reckless gun amendment. An even more up-to-date list of the coalition members can be found on our website. If you are a member of a group whose values are in line with this objective, please contact us. There are several ways to get more information. As the weeks pass between now and November, we will be providing information about events and factual talking points that you'll find useful. The main thing to remember is to turn your ballot over and vote no on November 8th. That one word, no, is a powerful way to express your love for the people of Iowa. Thanks from Iowans for Responsible Gun Laws.